So a little bit of background on my father, Walter Booth, and at the risk of sounding biased, which I admit I am as his daughter, I think he was a pretty incredible man, and his story was a pretty incredible one of overcoming adversity. Because of his family circumstances, he never believed that he would ever be able to go to university. So he graduated with a grade 12 diploma from high school. He went off and worked several jobs and finally managed to put himself through a 3-year diploma program in mechanical technology at what was then Ryerson Institute of Technology. He decided he really did want to get a university degree. And he applied to several universities, and they all turned him down because he did not have a grade 13 high school diploma. And none of them would recognize his Ryerson diploma as an equivalent, except McMaster University. First Dean of Engineering, John Hodgins, was willing to take a chance on my dad. He allowed him to enter the undergraduate program in mechanical engineering. He worked a little bit after undergrad, and then he had the support and mentorship of Professor Jim Siddle at McMaster University to come back and do a master's degree in mechanical engineering. And he really credits Jim Siddle for giving him a love of mechanical engineering and the way it was applied in industry. Dad said that he gave back to McMaster because there were a couple of men at McMaster at the time that really made a difference for my father and his life and career, took a chance on him when nobody else would, and for that he was eternally grateful.
We're formally now known as the W. Booth School of Engineering Practice and Technology. It is a complete school. It's not only graduate programs that we're very proud of. We have an amazing undergraduate programs with the Bachelor of Technology offerings that we put forward. And all this is named for Walter Booth. He contributed a tremendous amount of resources to the university for the naming of a school, the naming of 2 endowed chairs. And this is a tremendous legacy for Walter Booth and the example that he showed towards anyone who came through adversity in their education.
Walter really believed that innovation and entrepreneurship were the driving engines of prosperity in our economy in Canada. So that was really the blueprint for creating the school, and he wanted to create a place, both an organization and the facilities where students could come to get hands-on experience and then the support to commercialize their ideas.
We have a lot of technical expertise built into our program, but our students get so much more. A sense of what it means to be a true problem-solving engineer, how to bring innovation into the design space, how business brings products to market, and how policy is affected overall in terms of how engineering is affected by policy and how government decisions are contingent upon the kind of society that we're developing. So we're really developing in many respects the complete engineer. And what sets it apart is that our graduates are industry ready.
When I look at some of the educational paths the W. Booth School has created for students, I think those are really unique. Pathways from college to BTech for degree completion, from BTech to an accelerated MBA, from biotech to med school, even some of the pathways that are being created for entrepreneurs.
A reputation as a school that addresses real needs, particularly with the community engagement that we do in a very dedicated, competent, and connected way, I think we'll see dividends that we won't even be able to imagine at this point in our history.
When you look at where the school is now, over 480 grad students, over 2,200 undergrad students, over 150 full-time and sessional staff, I think Walter would be so proud of where the school is now. Thank you to all of the faculty, the staff, the members of the Booth School over the past 20 years that have brought it to this point, and say a big thank you for all that you'll do in the next 20 years.